Five injured after being shot while inside car on US-1 in Miami. The motive behind the shooting remains under investigation. This was published by NBC6, originally on June 19th, 2022, updated on the 20th, 2022. So, five people were injured in a shooting on US-1 in Miami early Sunday morning, authorities said. I used to live in Miami, and US-1 is the highway that turns into Biscayne, which is one of the famous main streets in Miami. I used to drive up and down US-1 all the time, right? Saw some crazy stuff on US-1. Beautiful street, but once again, even in one of the most beautiful cities in the world, which I believe Miami to be, violence can pop off anytime because it's happening where? In the United States of America. The shooting took place on the northbound lanes of US-1 and 22nd Avenue at around 2:30 a.m. If I remember right, around 22nd Avenue, like there's like a really great hot dog shop or like a Chinese restaurant I used to go to, like right around there. I think I remember that spot. I used to really used to be up and down that street all the time. Because if you're in Miami, living downtown like I was, you're going to go up US-1. Anyway, I'm not trying to make this about me. This is about a tragedy. According to Miami police officials, six people were inside a car when another vehicle pulled up alongside them and someone inside opened fire. The offending vehicle fled northbound on US-1, officials said. How could he do that? On US-1, because there's always traffic. Like, how are you going to do a drive-by on US-1 and then get away? But then again, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to mitigate the situation or be funny about it because this is a tragedy. Once again, another mass shooting in America. Can't even drive safely down a beautiful street like US-1 in Biscayne. Of the six people inside the car that was shot at, five were struck with bullets. The victims were all in stable condition and some were only grazed, police said. The driver dropped off one of the victims, a young woman in her late teens, at Southwest 4th Avenue and 3rd Street, then took the remaining victims to Jackson Memorial Hospital's Ryder Trauma Center for treatment. So once again, this is a tragedy that needlessly did not need to happen. Get the guns out of the hands of civilians. Abolish the Second Amendment, please. Police. Five people shot while riding in a car. Search for gunmen continues. This is by David Dwork, digital journalist, and Joseph Oyo, reporter. Published June 19th, 2022, and updated on the 20th that same month. Miami. Five people were hospitalized early Sunday after the car they were all riding in was shot at in Miami. Police said unknown suspects in another car opened fire in the northbound lanes of US-1. Five of the six people riding in the 2005 four-door Nissan Altima were struck. It happened near 22nd Avenue at approximately 2:30 a.m. That's why they could get away in traffic, because it was early in the morning. Really early, 2:30 a.m. US-1 isn't empty, but you can drive. You can drive. Police said there were six young adults between the ages of 16 and 22 in the Nissan, two males and four females. After the shooting, the driver of the Altima dropped off one of the victims, a female in her late teens, at Southwest 4th Avenue and 3rd Street, police said. Once again, this goes to prove that there are no such things as, non-life-threatening shootings, non-traumatic shootings, because this young teenage girl was in the car with her friends when somebody let it off in her car, and now she has to live the rest of her life with that trauma in her mind, always being thankful that she still has a life, maybe being sad that her friend now is paralyzed, her friend had an amputated finger, her friend now is facially disfigured forever from a gunshot wound. This is ridiculous. These accidents, these murders, these injuries that people have are absolutely preventable. Gun death is the number one preventable cause of death in the U.S. aside from smoking and maybe having unprotected sex. You got to put away the guns, America. Seriously. The driver then drove the other wounded victims to Jackson Memorial Hospital, while the female who was dropped off, who police said was also wounded in the shooting but did not specify if she was shot, called 911. She was later taken to Jackson Memorial Hospital by Miami Fire Rescue in stable condition, according to officials. Authorities said some of the victims were grazed by bullets, but all are in stable condition and are expected to make full recoveries. Police did not have a description of the vehicle where the shots came from, which they said fled northbound on US-1. The investigation into the shooting and the motive behind it continues. Anyone with information is urged to call Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers at that number. So once again, this is another senseless act of violence that happened in one of my favorite cities in the US, Miami. I love Miami so much. And this goes to show that we also should not trivialize or minimize gun violence, because in any place it could happen. I mean, US-1, there are cameras everywhere on US-1. How do these people expect to get away? These guys or girls, whoever let off these shots, will probably be caught. And if anybody wants to say this is an example of pathological black on black violence, no, this is an example of how sick Americans, probably like you, who wants to dislike this video or call me all sorts of racial slurs or say I don't know what I'm talking about. Guys like you are the people who make America sick, because you allow our children to die, our old people to die in churches, our people can't even watch Batman in the movie theaters without it getting shot up. You people are the ones who make America the worst place in the world, the national embarrassment. The blood-soaked streets are on your hands. All I'm telling people to do is put down the guns and have peace. I want all Americans to be safe. White, black, Asian, everybody. But people like you who want to hate on me just because I'm pointing out the obvious flaw. America is the only country where this can happen. Every other country looks at us like idiots because of this. And you want to hate me. Whatever. I hope these people make a full recovery. I hope their injuries are non-life threatening and they can go on with their lives and hopefully recover from this trauma. We need to abolish the Second Amendment, make America a peaceful nation, make it the true Christian nation that you probably think it should be or is, and let's have peace. My name is Simon Hill, and thank you for watching.